So now it's the time to take a look on the biggest part, which is programming our presets. So as you can see, I am in the song mode. So I will switch to preset mode to make these switches available for me while I will do the programming for you. To program those presets, you have 12 banks with 10 presets each, and if you want to program preset, you just need to double tap on this one. So let's program preset number 18. So we have to double tap on this preset, and now we have something inside, so I delete it. So when you start programming your presets, you will start with this screen. So you have to look at the bottom of the screen. Here you have the plus sign, minus sign. This is the start sign. So you don't have to go back and tap your preset. You just need to tap this icon. Here you have ability to turn off or on your MIDI clock. And here is a very important thing, because here you can enable toggling. Toggling means that you can swap different values between two control change messages. So if you have one control change message with the 127 value, you can toggle it without doing nothing special from 127 to 0. So you just need to toggle it on or off. I will show you how you can do it later. So now with these three dots, you can enable Stomp mode. And what it does is, when you have it in Stomp mode, you will have the dot in your preset, and when you tap on it, when you engage this preset, you don't change the name, because it will work like a Stomp box. Here you can list your messages, and here you can show values on these messages. And here you can turn on grayscale, so it means you can lose your colors. As you add presets, and you can add 8 presets in your first screen. As you add another one, it will move you to another page. So you can add 16 messages. But this is not all, because you can put the preset inside the preset. So when you engage preset 1, for example, you can tell this preset to start preset 25 inside, or 2 presets. So as you can see, you are not limited to 16 messages by preset, because you can stack presets inside a preset. So let me clear this. So first thing, we should to program simple message. Okay, so the most used message you want to send is, of course, program change message. So if you tap this message, you will be prompt to program control change message. So you have to change the type of this message. And as you can see, you have 3 pages of what you can do with these cells. So we have to select the PC message, and right now we are on the first channel. So here is our channel name, so we don't have to remember which device we are programming right now, and we can send the program change number 10. Of course, as you remember, we have our labels, so it's working the same way like our CC messages. So if you want to have your label on this PC program 10, you can add them here, and you don't have to remember that on the PC 10 you have your favorite program or something. So right now we have program 10, and as you remember, when I tap this play button, it will send me my program change. As you can see on the MIDI monitor, I encourage you to use MIDI monitor while programming presets, because you will see every change, every PC message in the right order, and you will be correct what you are sending to your devices. Okay, so that was simple. Of course, you can send up to 16 messages, but you can switch between them. So as you can see right now, I have already turned my rotation. And what is rotation? Because it's very, very, very good feature inside the Graviton. It starts with toggling function, and if you don't have rotation turned on, that will be toggling off on this screen. So by toggling means that you can switch between some messages inside the program. If you want to send 2 PC messages with turning the same button, you have to turn rotation. So when I turn rotation on, I can add another PC message, for example PC message 20, and right now, as you can see, one of these messages is a little bit grayed. So when I tap this play button, as you can see, it will switch between these 2 messages. As you can see on the monitor screen, it is right now sending 2 PC messages. So here you can see on the program name on the program number, you have already letter A, and when I press it, you have letter B. So it will tell you that you are sending 2 values. I'm not sure if you can add another value. Maybe. Let's try. And we can put the 30 here. So now when we, oh yeah, it's working. So now you can switch with this rotation between these 3 PC program changes. What about toggling? The first one. So toggling works, I believe it works with the CC messages. Okay, so with the toggling on, you have to use the CC message, and as you can see, I have a CC message 0 with the value 127. So now you have a blue dot here, And if you toggle between these on this preset, the dot will be on and off. So as you can see on my MIDI monitor, when I press with the dot off, in off mode, Graviton sends PC 0 with value 0. When I turn it on, it sends PC with the value 127. So what about if you add another CC message, for example 10, and you have to, I believe you have to start with 127. So right now, when you, yeah, there are two values sent. So it toggles between the biggest value and the smallest value, as you can see. Yeah, it works like it turns on these values and turns off. So let's try another thing. Here we have the momentary option, and the momentary thing works like this. If you press the button and you hold it, it will send 127 for the first time, and when you release it, it sends 0. So the momentary option is just like regular momentary style. Okay, so now we have toggling on with the reset and toggling on with the reset off and rotation resets A. So let me start with rotation resets A. It means that if you have the same rotation style within the preset, it works the same way. So if you play with this preset, it will send PC number 10 and then PC number 20. The difference is in your whole preset system, because as you can see, right now we'll leave these presets in the B state. So when I move to another preset, as you can see, it rotates and resets this preset to A. So when I play this preset, it starts from A. So the other ones works very similar. If you have toggling on, you can reset your state, your toggling state, or not. So let me show you how this is working. So okay, so right now I have just one CC10 message, and I'm turning on toggling on with the reset on. So when I leave my preset, you can see that I am in the on position. So my last state is CC with the 127. So when I go to another preset, it will reset this cell to the state on. Okay, so right now I'm in off position, and right now it resets this to on position. So this is toggling, a toggling rotation, and of course this works the other way. So if I tap, if I leave it on and I tap another one, it will turn it off. This is opposite function. Okay, what about stomp mode? In stomp mode, the only difference between normal mode and stomp mode is this. If you have your preset in Stomp mode, you will see this under symbol, and the Stomp mode work like this. If you, let me name this preset to BB. Okay, if I press this preset, it will use this preset, but it doesn't change my main program. So as you can see, it stays with on this program, but it sends messages from 18. So for example, you can have your song and your verse settings in here, but you want to engage a boost on some pedal or change some values. That's why you can do without changing your main program. So this is Stomp mode. List layout is of course just listing your all information here, and as I said, the grayscale, disable your all colors. So let's explore another modes. So the next thing, you have the CC messages with counters. So if you want to use your button to cycle between CC messages, you can use a counter. So for example, I will send the CC number 10, but I will start from 10 and I will increment my values with tens. Okay, so now when I start my preset, it will send 20, 30, 40, and so on and so on. Imagine that you have a device which you want to use as a volume pedal, for example. With one button you can increase your volume, and with the other button you can decrease your volume with steps. The same but opposite thing does the counter with minus counter CC. Okay, the counter jump works a little bit different. You can jump from one value to another value with one press. So for example, if you want to your start value will be 12 and you want to jump and send this value, when you press the preset it will jump to the to 20 to 50. So you can do another jump with the toggle mode and jump from 50 to 20. Or you can jump on the CC and do something else and then just send this value. Graviton will jump to the CC and it will remember in your memory, and then you can do what you want to do with this value. So it's a little bit strange, but I think you can use it in some specific scenarios. I am not sure what the off CC is doing, so I can explain right now. Maybe if I find in the manual, or I will try to experiment with this, I will write you. But for now I don't really know what the off CC means. So let me go to the page 2, and here you have a clock. So you can send some MIDI clock, and you have to specify the MIDI clock and send it. I'm sorry. You can increase your BPM, you can decrease your BPM, you can send start, stop, or continue message. So this is for those MIDI clock specified devices with those messages. So you can tap tempo, and if you tap those tempos you will have values on the BPM, and and you can send analog clock from the one of these ports. So if you have, for example, like I have here, Keeley Halo pedal which accepts analog clock, instead of tapping with this switch your tempo, you can send analog clock using any of your 4 TRS ports with tips, or with the ring, or using the relay switch with this M2. And this is PC counter, so you can change the PC counters. It's most useful if you want to browse your presets, and you can counter them from, for example, 1 with this step 1 counter, so it will sound you counting PC into these devices. Okay, counter PC jump work the same way, and of PC I think it's supposed to work the same way. Okay, so song select and song position pointer, it is for selecting songs on devices which support songs. So I think if you have some kind of looper where you can select songs, to select song and to specify specific pointer in this song. The preset chain feature is very useful feature inside the Graviton, because you can send another preset from this preset. So as you can see, I can select which preset I want to send. I will send preset 31, and in mode I can decide what do I have to do with this preset. I can just send this preset. So let me clear my MIDI screen and just send this preset once, and as you can see, it sends control change 50 with these, with the 0. If I send it again, it sends 127, just because this preset is in toggle mode. But I can send this preset and turn these dot, and I can send this preset and turn the blue dot on. So when I tap this preset and I go to bank 4, as you can see, this dot is turned on. If I turn it off, as you can see, I'm sorry, if I will get back to my bank 2, when I tap the 18, it will turn it on. You can turn it off and send. So sometimes you want to see your preset in off mode, but you want to send the message. You can turn this preset on or off. So if it's on mode, you will toggle it to off mode. But this is only to turn this blue dot, not sending, because sending is here. So here you are sending messages. Here you can turn on this dot, but without sending message. Maybe it's a little bit complicated, but if you start to program your dependent presets, which one preset depends on another preset. So for example, if I turn this, these two will turn off. So you will have to use these states. These states turn on the blue dot, this turns off. Okay, so special sends keystrokes to your computer. So this is strictly to connecting Graviton to computer or tablets and sending key messages. You can send pause between your messages. Okay, let's focus on this special AB type right now. The AB works with the toggling mode. So to use the AB mode, you have to turn toggling on. And it works like this. What you program on this side, it is A section, and what you program on the B side is the B section. So you can have two messages on this side, and you can insert before okay. So here I just change the channel to change the colors, and as you can see, I have two comments before A and two comments after B. So this is A section and this is B section. If I enable toggling on, when I press play, it sends these comments, two comments, and another tab will send the B comments. So you can have 6 comments before A, and you can send 8 another comments on another press. So that's how the AB is working. What next? Okay, so switch, of course, controls the switch. The switch, of course, is on the M2 because M2 has relay port built in. If you have M1, you have to buy external box to use relay port. So right now you have pin, number, tip, ring or ring, and the states which you want to send. You can close the state of relay port or you can open. So it's easy. So on page 3, I have talked about it in chapter when I talk about expression pedals. Let me show you some examples of my presets to finish this tutorial. Okay, if you want to remove these 2 presets, which we worked on before, the easiest way is to tap this preset and hold and copy and paste it here. This preset was empty, so I copied empty preset here and the same here, and it removed the all the information we have done before. So let me show you some examples how I am using these presets. So as you can see, I have programmed some dependent presets. So if I press this preset, this clean preset, it will send turn on message, and it will turn my timeline, the B mode from my timeline. I can leave this preset unchanged, and I can disable this timeline if I don't want. Every time I press this preset turn on the B section on my timeline. The same thing is when I press the A section of timeline, it will turn off for this dot, and it will turn on the timeline A. So as you can see, it sends how I can show you how this is working. So as you can see, the preset is in state AB mode and with the toggling on, and it goes like this: turn on the A button and send state off to the preset. So it means turn off the blue dot on this TLB preset. If I press the button again, send the timeline button A only. And the opposite thing goes here. If I press this one, it will send the message to this preset. So you can have stomp modes here. If you have some kind of MIDI switcher, you can put your stomp states here, and pressing these lower buttons, lower presets, you can manage the stomp states, and you can see the states with these dots. So programming preset is very big topic. I think I have not covered everything. Maybe if I find something which I have not covered in this tutorial, I will make another video for it. But for now, I think that's it.